The man tried to kill her multiple times and she was still begging him to enter her chamber of secrets. What do they even do? Why are they here? I kinda get it with Orihime, but besides healing and for the weird niggas titties, what else does she bring to the table? She's constantly in danger, a liability in any fight she's near, and can we keep it a buck? Rukia is such a better character, it's actually hilarious. You can pick any Rukia and Byakuya interaction, and it alone has more depth and impact than any character moment Orihime has had in the series, and damn near all of Rukia's interactions with Ichigo are more purposeful than Orihime's, and also not nearly as annoying. And speaking of Ichigo, why is like 95% of her character tied into her love for Ichigo? Like, bitch, do you not have any hobbies? Also, Orihime and Chad gotta have some of the sorriest side character powers I've ever seen. Her power set, healing aside, was set up so poorly, eventually Kubo doesn't even try to improve it. So she starts this series off at level 1 and goes into the final arc at level 8 max. Her chest size improved more than her fighting power.
Damn!
Now with Chad is just straight trash. Like, I'll never forget that moment the low-level Arankars pulled up in the night and Chad ran into Ichigo, and Ichigo looked this man dead in his eyes, in his soul, and said, "Wanna be useful, Chad? Then take your weak ass to Taco Bell, get me a Crunchwrap Supreme with a Baja Blast, and keep the change, you little bitch." And I wasn't even mad. Anytime Chad gets into a fight, he gets lit like a candle. And if he had cool powers but sucked, that's one thing. But he doesn't! This man's power is Winter Soldier arms? Like, seriously, if I had told you there's a show where a nigga that fights with flower petals is 1,000 times more cool than a nigga with devil arms, you wouldn't believe me. Yet here we are. Should've just gave Yoruichi all his screen time. This one is special because I'm not even attacking just a character. I'm pulling the Tommy out on an entire series. Except Escanor, because we don't play with the sun, baby. But the rest of these niggas? Let's start off with the kindergarten-sized sex offender himself. Meliodas is a powerhouse with some great fight scenes and a cool backstory, but yo, y'all think fan service is bad? This nigga Meliodas can't go 5 minutes without groping Elizabeth, who he groomed! And it wouldn't be as bad if he was like that with everyone else, but he's not. Remember that one time Diane was normal size and she offered up her whole bakery to Meliodas and he said, "It's not fun when it's given to me." Yeah, because it's grape when it's not, you sick bastard. Then we got this 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot NBA center Bond out here chasing after a child. Oh, my bad. She's 800 years old and just so happens to look like a kid. And another thing y'all gotta take in is elves in this world can change their appearance. King does it literally all the time. This heathen is piping a lowly by choice.
Police! Help! Help!
And that's my bigger problem. The weird sexual undertones in this story became stronger and stronger as it progressed. And by the time it gets to the sequel series, you would think this would have been phased out, right?
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down.
Jericho gotta come in front of the congregation. Because it's wild that she chased this nigga Bond for years and even lived in the same home as Bond and his wife. Shorty was probably listening in the other room while they got their bump and grind on. But in the latest episodes of the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, Jericho, who helped raise Bond's son Lancelot, who was trapped with her at the age of 10 in another world for 3 whole years and didn't get out until he was 13 and she was 31, reveals that the reason she went and joined the bad guys was so she could live with her boyfriend, an imaginary version of Lancelot. Huh? Because it turns out she loves this nigga. And not like love as a parent, no. She must have been listening to R. Kelly because her mind was telling her no.
But my body's telling me yes.
Throw this shorty in a cell right now! And all of this could have been glossed over, but 7 Deadly Sins gotta have the worst animation downgrade ever. I mean, season 2 was going crazy. Meliodas got jumped by his own brother, Escanor unleashed the sun, and then we enter what should have been the most hype fight in the series, and it looks like this. This series had its last two most important seasons and a mediocre movie shitted on by bad art and poor animation. Studio Dean honestly should be facing trial for the war crimes committed against anime. Sick of not having drip, sick of the anime fandoms picking on you, sick of not knowing what to wear to the function? Don't worry, I got you. AnimeExpress got you covered with everything from t-shirts, hoodies, trousers. They even have lamps and light boxes. Everything you need to show off who you are and make you stand out. Definitely check out their website because their products are peak. I can't lie to you. And when you do, use the promo code CallMeBenny10 for an extra 10% off your entire order. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. And now, back to our bullshit. Also, please like, share, and subscribe, or I might lose hair. And speaking of fall-offs, the Shield Hero fall-off gotta be studied because Season 1 was primetime anime, and now that shit about to finish Season 3, and I didn't even know about it. But a lot of it has to do with her. Shorty was the worst. Who lies about some shit like this? They didn't even try investigating nothing. No CSI forensics, no questioning. They said,
Hang that nigga now!
And my man Naofumi was begging for his life in court just to see her making this face. Like, Taken, she really hated this man so much, she tried bombing him out of existence. And her sister as collateral. And what's crazy is, this shit does not compare to what she does in the future skill-wise, but you gotta watch another video for that. And it really didn't make sense how easy it was for these three boneheads to believe her. Well, two, because the moment the spirit hero saw the yams, he was a lost cause. This man operated the rest of the season on false hate and horniness. Like, it's wild. Shorty kissed him on the cheek one time, and he was an op. He was even loading the bombs himself. And any fight the heroes got in, every hero not wielding a shield proved themselves to be legit liabilities and still had the nerve to talk trash after.
Bitch!
This gotta be a top 10 violation in anime, because the thing about Shou Tucker was, when he was first introduced, homie was actually nice. He let Ed and Alphonse stay with him, he was playing with them and shit, he had the second cutest daughter in the series, but the state government was busting his ass about this transmutation. I actually felt bad, especially because he was busy working and was a single dad, but there was a reason for that. Homie was working against a deadline, but he was able to get the job done, and I was hyped. This nice Mr. Rogers looking motherfucker can actually finally catch a break. But something was weird, cause homie wasn't shown without his daughter at all until now, and she wasn't shown without her dog, and the roommate had no light. But as soon as she said Big Brother Ed, we knew what was up. This nigga really made his daughter and dog do the fusion dance. And he had no regrets either. Homie was chilling, happy even.
You need to leave.
And a better man than me, because that's another person that would have been sent to go see King Yama. I can't believe you had the nerve to walk in here like you weren't about to go straight to hell.
Oh, due process.
This man said due process. Was it due process when you combined your wife with that lick of tongue and smeared peanut butter on your nuts? Or was it due process when you gave that producer your notes and he made the Human Centipede into a franchise that traumatized millions, including myself? As far as I'm concerned, the only thing you are due is getting cooked medium well for the rest of eternity, buddy.
But I did it all for science.
Okay, and that's the shit that pisses me off. You're talking about science, but who asked for this? When a woman says she wants a man hung like a horse, she's not talking about a nigga with a horse penis. And another thing, why was your wife and child your first and second choice? You know how many homeless people we got walking the streets robbing people, using donation money for drugs? Shou, you work for the government. If you asked for any death row inmates, they would have supplied you. You know how badly they wanted Kimberly's crazy ass up out of here. And I'm being dead ass too. You could have combined Diddy with a sloth and he would have been too tired to commit all the wild shit he's been doing. But no. You decided that you wanted to use your wife and child. You crazy for that. You dumb for that. You know what? I'm gonna take you to hell myself.
No.
No. Pour extra oil on.
Where's Naruto?
He doesn't have a mother or father, no one to teach him right from wrong. If I did things like Naruto, forget it! I mean, my parents would get mad and I'd get in trouble, so of course I don't do it. But if you don't have parents to tell you, how would you know?
She belongs to the street.
And I'm not even gonna bring up how she lied and said I love you Naruto because Naruto himself saw the cat. But did y'all forget Rock Lee, Kiba, and Neji were with her? But she shows up as Sasuke alone. Why? Because she drugged them and left them alone sleeping in a random forest. Why do we skip over this? She was really on some Bill Cosby shit for this nigga Sasuke. The man tried to kill her multiple times and she was still begging him to enter her chamber of secrets. Of course she had to seal the deal, because if she didn't eventually beg Sasuke and ended up with, I don't know, Kiba, all the shit she did through part 1 and part 2 would look even worse. I mean, again, you left your niggas sleeping in a forest. Imagine if the bully warrior was popping by. I think another point of frustration with Sakura was her lack of ability to contribute in any fight besides the one. And she technically wasn't in control. Granny Chio put in the work, but I'll hold Kishimoto more responsible for that one. More than anything, she earned her spot on this list with this one moment.
Lady Tsunade, it looks like I've finally caught up to the two of them.
Nice, baby.